In the middle of a frozen Arctic hellscape, she sat motionless, a solid block of ice shaped like a bear, encased in frost so thick her fur had become jagged white spikes. He waded through waist-deep snow and touched her flank, cold, hard, like a freezer wall. But then he felt it, a faint tremor beneath the ice. She was alive, barely. He chipped away the frost and discovered the cub buried in her fur, motionless like a discarded toy. His radio? Nothing but static. The storm was intensifying. Leave now, and they freeze. Stay, and he might join them. But Mark saw those frozen arms still trying to hold her baby, and he made the most insane decision of his life. Using a winch and pure adrenaline, he dragged the 500-pound unconscious bear onto his sled. He tucked the cub inside his parka against his chest, praying his body heat would keep it alive. The ride back was terrifying, the sled bouncing violently, the mother strapped down, one wrong move away from killing him if she woke. When he crashed through his cabin door, he dragged her before the roaring fireplace. The real battle had just begun. For hours, Mark worked, massaging her limbs with warm towels, placing the cub on her chest, covering them in blankets. The cabin was silent. A miracle. A tiny squeak. The cub was waking. Mark rushed to prepare warm milk. The cub's eyes fluttered open, confused, weak. He offered the bottle. A tiny tongue latched on. The cub drank, paws kneading the air. Relief flooded through him. But it was short-lived. A deep, guttural sound shook the floor. The mother was awake, her dark eyes locked on him, this human holding her cub. This should have been the moment Mark died. He didn't move. He lowered his eyes in submission, holding the feeding cub gently. The mother sniffed, smelling fire, milk, warmth. Then she looked at Mark, and the attack never came. She sighed, laid her head down, and watched him feed her baby. For 3 days, that cabin became the strangest nursery on Earth. The storm raged outside, while inside was sanctuary. The cub recovered, stumbling around, chewing bootlaces. The mother healed slowly. Mark fed her fish. She ate gently, never showing aggression. When the skies cleared, the dream had to end. The rescue helicopter arrived. Vets walked in and froze. Mark sat reading while a 500-pound polar bear dozed by the fire and the cub slept in his lap. They said he was lucky. Mark knew it was gratitude, not luck. The bears were tranquilized and airlifted to a wildlife hospital. Mark didn't visit. They needed to fear humans to survive, not love them. Letting go was the hardest part. Weeks later, he watched footage of their release onto the ice, hoping they'd be okay. Life returned to its lonely rhythm. But 2 months later, everything changed. Mark woke to a noise on his porch. He grabbed his rifle and opened the door. Empty. But lying perfectly on his welcome mat was a massive, freshly caught fish. No footprints. The wind had erased them. A week later, another gift, a seal carcass at his stairs. Mark grabbed binoculars and scanned the frozen horizon. Miles away, near the ice shelf, he saw them, a massive white silhouette and a smaller shape beside her. The mother stopped. She turned completely around, facing the distant cabin. She stood there, watching, not coming closer, respecting the boundary, but remembering, paying her debt. We think animals are just driven by survival, without souls or memory, but she proved that kindness is a universal language spoken even between human and predator. She knew who saved her family, and she was saying, thank you. Mark stood on his porch, tears streaming down his weathered face, as the bears turned and walked away into the vast white wilderness. Every now and then, a gift appeared, a silent reminder that in the cold, unforgiving Arctic, he was never truly alone.